Austin, we just drove up Palomar Mountain, probably one of the best driving roads in Southern California. And we just did it in probably, I could make an argument, the best driving cars that are street legally available in 2024. One of them's a press car, one of them's a personal car. Yeah. Somebody owns this one. Who's that?
That'll be me. I just picked it up, so finally break-in miles.
Okay.
400 more to go. It's like 625 miles is a full break-in period.
Sure.
But these roads are beautiful.
What was it about the 750S that pushed you from, hey, I drive a lot of cool cars that I can get from press people, to, I'm going to put my own money into this one?
I have a very easy answer to that. It's a focus on keeping things light. This is a 3,000-pound car, right?
I agree with you. You know, we've had this discussion on and off for years. Cars are too heavy right now. You should be able to make a car weigh less than 3,000 pounds if it's truly a performance sports exotic car with the exotic material, and not nearly enough of them do. The fact that the coupes start with a 2 and the next number is an 8 is magical to me, and you can feel it when you drive it. And the fact that the convertibles start with a 2 and the next number is 9 with a retractable hardtop with a glass top that can go from clear to opaque, that's all magical. And again, these cars are essentially a blend of two amazing jumping off points, the 720S and the 765 LT. Either one of those cars could have been argued to be some of the best or one of the best street legal sports cars you could buy in the 2020s. And now this car, I feel like, it weighs less than both. It's got 40 more horsepower than the 720 and only 15 less than the 765. Let's talk about the enhancements that were done to this. I'll run through a couple that I can remember. You jump in when I start running out of steam. But okay, we got 40 more horsepower. There's better fuel flow. There's 2 fuel pumps for higher RPM fuel flow, and of course some more boost. But then there's also the 765's pistons that are lighter. Internals are upgraded, okay. Now we've got suspension upgrades, we've got lighter springs that have been retuned. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the 20% larger rear wing and the increased downforce it gives you.
Wider front track.
6mm wider front track. It's got a biggie transmission gearing, and that makes it accelerate faster in gear because it's got shorter gearing. It lost a top speed from the 765, I think it was, at 212, and this one does 206. And so those last 6 miles per hour that you're not going to get, because people do that all the time. Instead, you're just faster everywhere else. This car has increased in all of these areas in terms of performance and decreased in weight. So that's kind of magical right there. Let's not forget another biggie, which is something like a 4.5 pound, 4.6 pounds, whatever it is, weight savings on a new exhaust system. But it's not just a new exhaust system for lightweight. It's got a lighter, but also more effective in terms of power flow and sound.
That's the point too that's good to make with this kind of vehicle. You can really tailor it to whatever you really want. You know, you don't have to buy a dedicated track vehicle. It can be comfortable on the street, but also you have all the amenities for going to the track that you feel comfortable with.
You could make an argument, and a lot of people try to make the argument, it's like, oh, so it's just like an upgraded 720. First of all, the 720 is a hell of a car before it's ever been upgraded. You take the 720 and the 765, you refine them to the nth degree, and you end up with the best driving street legal car I think you can buy right now. And that's whether you want to go fast and pull lap times, or you want to enjoy a drive on a road like this and still have the most connection and the most engagement you can get on a car that has license plates. So what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the faster steering ratio? Do you want to talk about the increased gear ratios for better acceleration? Do you want to talk about the lighter springs and the retuning of those? Or just the 40 more horsepower that it's got compared to a 720S? It doesn't matter. What matters is that McLaren managed to put all those things together and develop a car that offers the comfort of a 720 and the capabilities of a 765 LT merged together in the most engaging car you can buy that's street legal right now.
We were talking about gas mileage, and going back to your Ford GT, the bandwidth is one thing I've noticed too, even coming out here today. I've driven like 100 miles. 20 miles per gallon on the highway with the wing in the slipstream mode. Then when you want to go fast, obviously it's going to be completely different. It's going to eat through the fuel very fast, but it's got that bandwidth of it can be a good vehicle for doing a road trip in. It's got good gas mileage. It can be extremely fast. And let's throw in a few more things. You have new gen technology, new displays, and just a brand new car with a warranty.
And you can feel it, I'm telling you. And it's not like the 720 doesn't still feel like an amazing car. And then you get in this and you're like, oh my God, what happened? It doesn't feel like even really the same car. It feels like a whole nother jump. Well, I think this was a good driving day with two great cars, and thank you, Austin, for coming out with me. I knew I was going to do a video on my press car, didn't know you'd be getting your car like the same week, and we'd end up going on the same road, on one of the best roads, and having a lot of good back and forth on what these cars are and why they've been made. So thank you for that. I think it really improves the video, and certainly was fun hanging out with you.
It was fun.